Let's say a top 20 Super GM knocks on your door and offers that he would make you a Grandmaster.
I have a very, very important update about not only my journey to World Chess Champion, but Levy Rozman's journey to Grandmaster.
Let's say he won't just give you chess lessons, his blood and sweat, and his knowledge, but he will also do all this for free, and on top of that, $100,000 goes to charity in Africa. Sounds like a win-win-win situation, doesn't it? By now you should probably already know that we're talking about Hans Niemann offering chess lessons to GothamChess.
What man can't choose? White has my flair! Oh no! First, a word from our sponsor, Nobody. It's an e-pawn, and Magnus will bring the king and bring the pawn and maybe try to win the game. These dudes trading more than, United States and Mexico, my god.
Don't you just love when big content creators help small content creators achieve their dreams? In this video, we will look at Hans Niemann and Hikaru Nakamura and talk about their huge and wholesome project to make this unknown international master Levy Rozman a worldwide known grandmaster. Now let's first get one thing clear. GothamChess by no means is a small content creator. He's the most followed chess YouTuber and overall has more followers on his social media than Hikaru Nakamura and world number one, the GOAT, Magnus Carlsen combined.
This is a very interesting thing. I have, between YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, almost 11 million followers. I have more followers on social media than Hikaru and Magnus combined. Isn't that a flex? You know how many views I have in total? 4 billion.
There's also no way you don't know his name if you have an interest in chess. But no amount of followers and no amount of money will ever compensate that at the end of the day, this GothamChess guy is just a lousy international master. Wow, what a f***ing loser. That was just a joke, by the way. Now you might ask yourself, why doesn't he just buy a GM title? With all the money he has, you could literally think that. Well, that's because it's legally not possible, or is it?
In 2003, Sergei Karyakin was missing just one norm to become the youngest grandmaster, so he entered a tournament in Crimea to achieve this feat. Becoming the youngest grandmaster would almost guarantee financial freedom. This is the testimony of Vasily Malinin.
In one of the tournaments where Sergei Karyakin was supposed to fulfill the grandmaster's norm, in the last round, he played with a girl who had only half a point. He needed a win, but he drew it. His father and coach were urgently looking for someone to buy half a point from. Since by the last round, I had exceeded the grandmaster's norm, I agreed to give up this half point, by no means for money, in order for Karjakin to become the youngest grandmaster.
But let's keep it legal for now. For Levy Rozman to become a GM, he would need 3 GM norms, which he can only get if he competes in norm tournaments. Also, he must have a performance rating of 2600 or higher in those tournaments. And if you manage all that and also have a FIDE ELO rating of 2500 or more, then welcome, you can officially call yourself a grandmaster. Now just a little fun fact, there's more billionaires on this planet than grandmasters. We have around 2700 billionaires, but just around 2100 grandmasters. That just shows how hard it is to be on one level with people like Hans Niemann.
It's completely fucking ridiculous that the laptop is just running out of power.
Or Vladimir Kramnik.
Reporting. Was he a good spot? No, he was not a good spot.
Okay, so becoming a grandmaster is very difficult, and normally grandmasters get their titles at an age of around 21. With Levy Rozman already being 29, he clearly is a few years older than the average GM, but that doesn't mean it's impossible for him to make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely excited to announce the return of the Road to Grandmaster series. In this series, I take you through the behind-the-scenes training, as well as the recaps of tournaments that I played to achieve the Grandmaster title.
And even if super GMs like Hikaru Nakamura doubt him...
Do you think Levy can become a Grandmaster?
No. He's just a little bit too old. I think, as I've said a few times, if he were doing this maybe 3-4 years ago, I think he'd probably get to GM, but I think with the rating decline and where he's at, I just don't see it.
Levy Rozman clearly is on a mission. He definitely shows that on his social media channel, YouTube, when he posts videos in his Road to GM playlist, or when he plays GMs like Pia Crumling on Twitch.
Now here Levy did a move which may look like a little move. He went h6, But this move actually had a lot of poison behind it because he was planning a little trap.
But to become a grandmaster, you should probably take advice from other GMs. And since GothamChess is a big figure in chess, Hans Niemann offered his help. This is what he wrote on Twitter. I would love the chance to give Levy a few training sessions for free, of course. Small mental changes make a massive difference. My breakthrough from 2340 to 2500 was purely psychological. Champions are created in the toughest times, always remain optimistic. GothamChess replied with this: let's do it and film it. If I make GM, I'll give you $100,000. And since Hans Niemann is already rich and such a wholesome person, he replied with this: if you genuinely follow my training plan, recommended tournaments and grandmaster lifestyle, I'm sure you can make it. The $100,000 should go to charity. I'm planning to go to Africa to give away chessboards and provide education to communities. Now, doesn't all this sound super sweet? Doesn't all this sound like Hans Niemann and GothamChess are best buddies? Well, you may think it does, but the truth is a different one. This was their chat just a few months ago when Hans Niemann joined an interview with Levy Rozman in the Speed Chess Championships.
We don't need to rehash, a whole chess-based saga and how certain careers were made, including yours. And in reality, you are one of these media puppeteers in this island who was created and made by this company and is paid by this company. The career was created by the company. First of all, as I'm about to speak, I'm not a child that you're speaking down to. If you can speak with respect.
I absolutely was, but you called me a media puppeteer and a propagandist.
That's the truth.
But you can just say the truth. I can also say a bunch of things right now which are nonsense and just say it's the truth.
It's not even just you that is a chess.com puppeteer. It is every single other content creator that has an exclusive relationship with them. When I was a chess.com streamer, I know exactly how their politics work.
Obviously, there were no friendly words found, just hard and unfriendly accusations. How could Levy Rozman ever take Hans Niemann's friendly proposal in making him a GM for real? In retrospect, even Hans Niemann kinda thinks that. So clearly we can assume that the Hans Niemann and GothamChess collaboration will never really exist. It would probably have been a comedy show if we're honest. But Levy still has Hikaru Nakamura and many others that truly want to help him. I mean, look at the amount of videos Hikaru posts on his YouTube regarding Levy's path to GM.
Now, the famous YouTuber and aspiring Grandmaster candidate, Levy Rozman, is back in action. It's been a very rough tournament. He lost an extremely heartbreaking game yesterday with the black pieces to international master Mikola Bortnik. He's off to a very bad start. He has 1 draw in his first 3 games. It's been a very tough start. He has 1 point out of 5, but luckily he got on the board in the 5th round by drawing with the black pieces against Strkovic from Serbia.
And those were just a few of them. Right now, Levy still is an international master. He might never become a GM, but we can definitely hope so. And as it seems right now, he's doing everything he can to achieve his dream. Currently, he's ranked number 2686 in the world and has a classical ELO rating of 2353. So just 3 GM norms and 147 more ELO points, and that GM title is his. And by the way, another fun fact, once you have a GM title, that title can never be taken from you. So clearly, it's just a title that goes down in history, just like Levy Rozman. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, we would appreciate a like and follow, and see you next week.